Welcome to Medical Student Life in Japan, a podcast created by a teacher and a group of medical students at Nara Medical University.
We are a small medical college in the Kansai region of Japan. This podcast has two great purposes.
One is to share stories about being a medical student here in Japan.
And also for our students to share fun ideas, opinions, and information about Japanese culture to people all over the world.
Thanks a lot for listening. Okay, welcome back to Medical Student Life in Japan. Yay! All right, today we are back with Satoshi and Momoko. Last week we had a nice chat about the weekend and your dream of going overseas to do a clinical clerkship. So kind of a very serious talk. And I remember Satoshi has a little stress from the experience. So instead, let's do a talk about something light and fun.
I agree. Great idea.
Great idea, right? Okay. And so you just had your school festival this past weekend. So let's hear what your opinions were about that, or what you did, or if you enjoyed it, and all that. So please take it away.
Hi, listeners.
Hi, listeners. How are you?
Hope you're doing great.
Yeah.
So we just finished our school festival,
Yes.
right? So what was your general impression?
My general impression were there were many customers, very little young customers compared to regular that last year.
Like adults?
Yes.
Wow. So so we are fifth year students, medical fifth year students, and fifth year medical students and second year nursing students had to organize our school festival.
Yes.
And so you were participating in a certain part, right?
Yes. And you too, right?
Yeah, you too. And so could you explain about your role in the school festival?
Okay. I'm not prepared to talk, but
Please.
thank you. So I was in part of the experiment and consulting part.
Great.
Yeah. So for kids in the elementary school and junior high, we were planning. We were planning them to do the experiments.
Great.
Yeah, and also for those who are interested in our university, which is Nara Medical University, there was a consultant member to ask questions and to answer to the questions.
I see.
And I was a member of the consulting part.
Wow, so you're a consultant.
Yes, I was a consultant.
Right. So mostly maybe high school students
Yes.
came to your consultant part?
Yes.
And
But what was surprising was that of course high school students came, but not only that, their parents also came with them. And what is more, the adults asked more questions than high school students. So I was a little bit uncomfortable, or not uncomfortable, but nervous. Yes, I was a little bit nervous.
Wow, so adults, gave you a lot of questions and you have to answer all of them. Wow.
Yeah, but that was a really good experience.
So what kind of questions they ask? I mean,
so most of the question was about myself, Like,
yourself.
yeah, so why did I choose NMU and how is the school life in this university, or like compared to other university, what is the like trait of this university? And also there was many questions about the like scholarships. Sorry, scholarships. Yeah, so I get some scholarships from the Nara prefecture. In turn, I mean, but I have to stay in Nara prefecture after graduation for 9 years. So there are several students who get this scholarship, but work in Nara prefecture.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, it was surprising that many many students, high school students, were trying to get that scholarship.
Wow, that's interesting because
Yeah.
I expected that students or parents ask you like about like university entrance examinations. Yeah, because usually they are very curious about how to study or what kind of things they have to study. But it's very interesting because they ask about yourself. So it's like a job interview or
Yeah,
something like that.
it's really like a job interview.
They may be a good interviewers.
Yeah, it makes sense to me that they ask those questions because they, if they're with their child, they want the child to be able to imagine being in your shoes. So you're actually already going through all of those things.
Yeah.
So they're probably worried about, will my child be happy at the school if they are able to enter? Yeah. So I think, asking you those questions to me makes a lot of sense.
Because you have children.
Yeah,
you
and
can-
right. So you
yeah.
want to know someone who's in the school. Well, what is your opinion about being here? What do you like about it? Or
I see.
That's a
Wow.
good point.
Yeah.
So how about you, Satoshi? What part were you in?
So I'm in the part I'm in charge of organizing game stalls. So it's there are part organizing food stalls, but my part is about game stalls. So games mean for example gunshot stall, but it's not a real gun.
Right, some kind of toy gun.
Yeah,
toy
toy gun.
Yeah.
Toy gun stall.
So what do? You shoot some kind of target,
Yeah, target.
and if you hit the target,
Yeah,
you'll get some
some
prize
snacks
or snack or something.
or juice. Yeah, and we had 5 game stalls in total, and I was a kind of chief of that part. So I worked hard, I guess.
Well done.
Thank you.
But I heard that there were a lot of customers who came to your game store.
Yeah. So at first, we thought that there were like few children or not many children, but fortunately, we noticed that there were so many children, and they came to our stalls and they played games like over and over again.
Not just once.
Not just one, because I saw like a lot of children who came to the stall over and over again.
So yeah, that means that it was like worth going many times. It was so fun.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but your game store part, it's the first time to like.
Yeah,
it's the first time, right?
Yes, it's a kind of new part, new team. So this year was the first time we had game stalls.
Really?
Yeah. So
can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry to get sucked in, but I'm curious. How many years have they been doing this school festival?
I'm not
So-
sure,
idea.
but
Don't worry, but a long time,
very
right?
long
Long time.
time.
Yeah, and you're saying this is the very first time
Mm-hmm.
to have games?
Yeah, game
Yeah.
stalls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, exactly.
That makes sense because I think last year I mentioned to you
Yeah.
earlier
Uh-huh.
that I brought my daughter.
Ah,
Maybe she would have been happy
yeah,
to try your games.
Yeah.
Oh,
because this year we have like many things, many events or
Mm.
many projects for children,
Children.
oh,
right?
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So let me explain more.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so there are like, there's an event on stage.
Mm.
So on stage, children, did dancing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also like, as I mentioned, we have game stalls,
Mm.
and in Momoko's part,
Mm.
doing
So,
experiments,
Yeah.
so they can enjoy
that's
doing
cool.
some scientific experiments.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so like it's a kind of good circulation for the
Yeah.
children.
and there was a like part to try medical things.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, exactly.
CTR,
Mm.
Uh-huh.
like chest compression.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or like
Like maybe endoscopy.
yeah,
kind of,
endoscopy
kind of
and-
model
Yeah, yeah.
endoscopy.
Yeah.
and intubation. Intubation.
Intubation.
Oh.
Trying with the not the real
Oh, well,
Human.
yeah, of course. Some kind of dummy.
yes.
Yeah,
Some kind
dummy,
of doll.
yeah, dummy doll,
Yeah, yeah.
and also
Oh, that's cool.
ultrasonography as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they could see what it's
Yeah.
like on the monitor.
Yes.
exactly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have brought my daughter this year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, we
I
should
hope
have
she'll still-
told it about you.
Yeah.
No. I mean, we happened to be a little busy. She had her own.
Yes.
I think I mentioned before. Had her sports day.
Ah,
So undokai,
Undokai.
it's
Ah.
Japanese. The same weekend. So
Ah.
it was a busy weekend, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll mention now that I spoke with you that this year was great. Then maybe next year she'll be, or even my older daughter. If you're doing, I didn't expect all the experiments. I think my older daughter, who's 13, would enjoy.
yeah,
Yeah, some of those more serious activities. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, I think this year, one of the good things is that one of the targets was children, and like children is a kind of future of Japan, so, and also our university.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully, like they are, they grow up, and if they
Yeah.
think, yeah,
Yeah. Like we hope that they will get interested to our university.
Oh,
Maybe to being a doctor.
yeah. To be around medical students and nursing
Yes.
students, and
yeah,
you have some influence on them.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And also another thing is that, many doctors have children.
Mm.
So if we have like children events, they can bring their children to
Yeah.
the school festival,
Right.
so they can enjoy lots of things.
Mm.
So yeah.
Actually, I saw several doctors with their childs, and I am now doing practice at obstetrics and gynecology department, and one of the doctors there said that they will come to not both days, but only one day of this school festival.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, about that point, it was a huge success,
Nice.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you keep a tally of
Yeah.
did you calculate how many people actually came to your
So
stalls?
I think we have 5 stalls.
Yeah.
In each stall, I think at least 500 children in total.
500 for all 5?
No, 500
stall.
per stall.
So
Wow,
that's a lot.
You
Yeah.
said 5 is 2,500.
Yes,
Yeah.
at least 2,500.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, I was so surprised.
That's
But
impressive. Wow.
the benefit was
Don't ask me
Ah.
any questions about like surplus or
Okay.
profit.
the profit. Sorry, the profit.
Oh,
Yeah.
profit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it was super cheap.
because
Yeah, because
well, it's for it's just
Yeah.
for fun, right?
just for fun.
Mm.
Because I set like originally like 100 yen for one game, one stall.
Yeah.
But for children,
Oh.
we gave them a kind of special discount ticket.
Ah, nice.
And 200 yen for 5
Ooh,
stalls.
okay. So
Yes.
many of them bought those.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I often hear that many parents
Yeah.
said, "Oh, it's super cheap.
It
I
is.
can't
It's
believe it."
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Compared to the real
Yeah.
festival or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
compared to like other like food or
Right,
drinks,
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can I add just a couple comments?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so you talked about the school festival, and we have talked a little bit in previous episodes in years past.
Mhm.
But in summary, the university festival in Japan combines lots of food stalls typically, right?
Yes.
So there was maybe, I don't know, probably 10 or 20
Yeah,
food stalls.
so many.
Yeah, and then this year some games.
Mhm.
And it's a medical college, so also some kind of experiments or
also
educational activities.
Yeah.
And this festival is over a weekend, over 2 days, and on top of that, there's also some entertainment by the students.
Mhm.
So maybe some musical performances, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
dancing,
Yes,
or
dancing.
and then some local
Uh-huh.
or I want to say celebrities
Yes.
who come
celebrities.
and especially in
Comedians.
Japan, comedians
Yes.
come. And so that kind of summarizes the whole thing. But what's interesting is there's a difference between this type of university festival
Mhm.
and when you were younger, maybe in high school, you had a school festival.
Yeah.
And in my impression is this university festival is, as you kind of alluded to,
Mhm.
almost like an advertisement
Um,
for the college to show
Yes.
yeah.
we are here in Kashihara, we're the students here, this is what we do,
Yeah.
please come and see who we are and get to know us. Whereas like a high school festival, in my impression, or maybe junior high school,
Yeah.
is for the students and then maybe their family members mostly.
Yeah.
But this one, lots of local people
Mhm.
who are maybe no connection to the school come, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and watch those comedians or
Yeah.
eating food or bringing their children. So in a way, this is a big event for this city.
Mm.
Yeah, especially if you said
Yeah.
thousands of kids are coming to your game stall. So that's great.
I was so happy.
That's awesome. That would have been fun, but you must have been tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
Yeah. The
Oh.
preparation was so hard.
It is,
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
And to keep the game in good condition
Yeah.
throughout the day.
Yeah. Throughout the
Yeah,
day.
because the material is being used over and over again.
Yeah.
sometimes.
We had to like buy additional materials because
Mm,
like we didn't expect that so many children would come.
right.
So we had to, drive a car and get some food, like
Right.
snacks, drinks,
Yeah.
everything.
Oh,
So I went home
oh.
almost every day, like around midnight.
Wow. Yeah, but you're young, so it's good. No problem.
No problem, but
It is a problem.
Ah.
That's too much work.
Economical.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
in the end, it's also a kind of good experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe in summary, those events, when you're involved in planning them, it can, you imagine it, you're like, oh, this will be really tiring.
Mhm.
There's a lot of work to do, as you just mentioned.
Yeah.
But the feeling afterwards is rewarding.
Yeah.
So once you have a few days to kind of recover,
Mhm.
like, wow, that was pretty amazing.
Mhm.
You provided a great service, explaining about
Oh.
studying in a medical
Yeah.
college and making an event for all these families.
Mhm.
And you're going to be future doctors, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So the goal is to help others, right? To help humanity. So, it's a small way to do that. So I think when you look back, it'll be a nice memory. Yeah. Yeah. And then maybe next year you don't have to
Yeah.
plan, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so-
we have to focus on the national exam.
Yeah. But maybe next year you can visit and just
Yes.
Uh-huh.
enjoy,
Yeah.
because now you did the hard work, because in fifth year is
Yeah.
the hard work, right? So,
Yes.
all right. Shall we finish up
Yes.
the chat? Momoko, any last
No.
comment? No. Okay, great. Okay. Satoshi?
just thank you for listening.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
As always.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this discussion about the school festival, and we'll be back again next time. Thank you.
Thank you.